with the Barry Joe Stull show. What about the re-entry of Sam Adams into politics, or even like get?
The rare entry of Sam Adams was that Rare Katz was mayor of Portland when she sent her aide out to tell Art Rios that the 300 people that Art Rios had camping on the block at City Hall in 2008 had to leave. So that was the protest action that Art Rios had put together. But that young younger, aide to Mayor Rare Katz was Sam Adams.
Right.
So there we go. That's how we got Sam Adams.
Maybe he just wants a job. Maybe somebody else can give him a job with like a nice salary and pension.
I don't know what to do with the guy, but he chose to run against Chloe Daly, did he?
Right. And then
Instead of running against Stevie Nicks.
Jeremy Solz Ginsburg was this funny guy I knew back in Portland who he basically told me the funny story of how Nick Fish came to Oregon and tried to blend in with his like Paul Bunyan outfit and stuff like that. But he was very active in the anti-Sam Adams stuff and the recall petition and whatnot. But I think he's the one who told me he was up to something with his little underage boy in the bathroom of the city hall and whatever. And I mean, the nice thing I think about Alex Zielinski's latest article, which I like her, I don't know, she has an acerbic way of stating things, but was that she points out that the gay community feel annoyed by him and that there are people within gay culture that are super gay pride, but they just don't like it when the pedophiles try to get all the GLBT points because they really are just a disgrace to the community and continue to hurt the community basically by causing the impression or the misimpression in people's minds that gay culture equals pedophile culture, which it does not, clearly. And so it's just like, why doesn't he know that? Or he doesn't feel that? I don't know. He doesn't understand. He's like Mr. Clueless, like abusive powers. He's Bill Clinton, right? So Bill Clinton's laid the law down about, oh, I can just act clueless about abusive power and then call it a day or something and go back to my sinecure. I liked it too that Alex Zielinski in her article also brings about like the do you realize like there's the female majority in city council and having so many women in city council all of a sudden that he wants to kind of return the patriarchy. Like that point is also lost to him. What happened to Loretta Smith? Is she coming back?
Yeah, I don't no. What, Sam Adams against Chloe Ulinsky or
Chloe Eudaly, yeah. No, and I know people who gave Chloe Eudaly hell over her tawdry association with Jim Goad. Keith Davis had to really fill me in on that one because it was such esoterica. I really didn't know. Ooh. Well, she was Jim Goad. Well, she basically invited him to speak at her little bookstore, kept his actually, I think I might be partially responsible for getting her to break the link on her website for Reading Frenzy was still linking to Jim Goad's website where he's overtly in many ways racist and definitely extremely sexist and a domestic abuser, etc. He's got like a load of problems. And she didn't really his book that he was touring for was called The Redneck Manifesto, and it was like, I guess Eudaly was just sort of like, it's over my head how it's racist, but it was protested by, like, Black Power people, like, Black rights people, whatever, sitting up front. So she was protested for having a racist speaker at her bookstore, and that was sort of People even criticized the way the Willamette Week, I believe, covered Goad because it was more just sort of like, let's glamorize the misunderstood racist because this is Oregon and we're clueless. And it's just like, oh, come on. I think I got Goad actually kind of trolling me a little bit because Star Stouffer went and shouted it down at city council. I mean, there was a point where at the beginning of Ted Wheeler's regime, Mimi and Star were just like on Ted Wheeler and on you daily about everything, like the homelessness crisis. And I think maybe both of them got burnt out or tired of it. Out? Am I back?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's just a semi-ancient history.
Wait, who are you talking about? Mimi?
Mimi, yeah, I like that. Mimi German. She states things differently than I would, of course.
Who's that?
Oh, she used to go to... She and Star, I think, delivered the baby coffin to Ted Wheeler, maybe on his first day in office. Like a baby coffin for the baby who had died due to hypothermia with the mother at the bus stop.
At the bus stop?
Yeah, very stunty. And they're both like these like precious little women that would just like raise the roof. And eventually, at some point, Ted Wheeler was caught on a hot mic saying, "Oh, it's a shit show. It's going to be a shit show. It's always a shit show," or something like that. It was just like, welcome to office, Ted Wheeler. It was kind of funny to me because Hales had done such a good job at like playing bop 'em on the head with like a certain number of activists that it's the beauty of spontaneous organizing or disorganized organizing that people emerge. And it was good to see Mimi and Star do their thing. Where are they now?
I don't know, but the gal had an idea of making she had an idea of building a shelter out of the food box cans of stuff you would never eat that people donate to the food bank.
Expired food? It does explode eventually.
No. It was just things that you would never eat.
Yeah.
They bought the things that they would eat it. They donated things you would eat it. You're not going to eat it. So you build your shelter out of it. So that was that was this one gal's idea for a art project, right?
That's so.